My son and the Crown Prince participated in a children's variety show simultaneously. However, my daughter brazenly struck the Crown Prince Liu Yan's son in public. This incident quickly ascended to trending topics, prompting a popular young actress to express her concern. Liu Yan wouldn't even dare to lay a hand on him. Truly, that's certain. Someone's daughter is rather uncouth. Let her be. As I observed the siblings frolicking nearby, I found myself puzzled. My son, being quite infatuated with his sister, endures such beatings as part of his daily existence. What could possibly be amiss? In the heart of the capital, the son of the illustrious young Prince Liu Yan was unexpectedly taken down by a 5-year-old girl, igniting a whirlwind of trending discussions online. My name surged to the forefront of social media because I am the mother of the little girl who struck the prince's son. Although the situation is somewhat convoluted, it does not hinder the vitriol directed at me. I have always been a controversial figure in the entertainment industry, and my manager, Sister Jing, had initially secured this gig for me, hoping my adorable daughter would turn my fortunes around. To my dismay, this incident has only further tarnished my reputation. The altercation, fueled by the rising star Xia Sinuo, captured the attention of the entire internet, with various media outlets clamoring to report on it. It was said that Liu Yong'ong, after being struck, wept inconsolably, his heart shattered. Consequently, well-meaning netizens, more agitated than the boy himself, rallied online to condemn both Liu Wanwan and her mother. What kind of parenting does Jiang Yuan provide? A 5-year-old exhibiting such violence, what kind of future awaits her? Will she not become a bully in school? Just look at Jiang Yuan's unapproachable demeanor. It's evident she is sharp-tongued in everyday life, so how could her daughter be any different? Liu Yan is notoriously difficult to provoke. Jiang Yuan has truly stirred up a hornet's nest. I eagerly await the young prince's retaliation against Jiang Yuan. I have long found her insufferable. She has a history of bullying. She once targeted our honest Cici. Meanwhile, the true instigator, Liu Wan'an, stood before me with an expression of defiance. My brother was too easy to provoke, so I kicked him. Who knew he would lose his balance, fall, and start crying? How embarrassing, I thought to myself. Initially, I believed this childish squabble would dissipate by the next day, so I paid little attention. However, upon gathering the following morning, Xia Sinuo sought to stir trouble again. Did Yang sleep well last night? She queried, handing a bottle of milk to Liu Yong'ong. Her implications clear. Yang had never faced such humiliation and might have spent the night plagued by nightmares. Just look at his listless expression. He must not have slept well at all. The director's crew, reveling in the drama, swiftly shifted the focus to the spirited Liu Wanwan and her radiant mother, myself. Despite my notoriety, I still possessed a striking appearance. Consequently, the online backlash against both Liu Wanwan and me intensified. Indeed, it's evident that Liu Yong'ong had a restless night. Poor thing, the young prince's son, when has he ever endured such indignities? Not only did Liu Wanwan strike him without an apology, but she also seemed unfazed as she slept soundly. Truly uncouth. Yes, just like her ill-mannered mother. The type of mother breeds the type of daughter. Cici possesses grace, which is why she doesn't stoop to Jiang Yuan's level. One wonders how Liu Wanwan and Jiang Yuan will fare in the future. As I observed the relentless scorn online, I found myself perplexed. After all, they were both my children, raised under my guidance, yet you speak of them as if they were not nurtured by the same mother. Lady Liu explicitly requested Xia Sinuo to bring Liu Yong'ong to this episode of the children's variety show, and speculation abounded online about Xia Sinuo's imminent marriage into the aristocracy, potentially becoming the new daughter-in-law of the Liu family. It is well known that the young Prince Liu had previously endured a brief and obscure marriage, which ended in failure, leaving behind a heartbroken former Mrs. Liu who abandoned her son to flee alone. In recent years, Xia Sinuo had participated in numerous variety shows with Liu Yong'ong, and the public had come to accept the notion that she would assume the role of Liu Yong'ong's stepmother. This time, Xia Sinuo stood by Liu Yong'ong, her eyes brimming with sympathy. Thus, an uproar of fervent commentary erupted online. Oh my, is Cici actually Yong'ong's biological mother? Just look at her, filled with such concern. I recall Jiang Yuan once had a scandal with the young prince, but given the current circumstances, one can hardly ignore the venomous glare she casts towards Cici. She resembles a wicked stepmother. Indeed, observe how Jiang Yuan's daughter is the one who bullied, yet she silences others. Her sharp and bitter demeanor reflects in her daughter. However, is it truly fair to speak so harshly of a little girl? Why not? This child, so young, already knows how to bully. She will undoubtedly become a perpetrator of school violence. That little girl has a fierce countenance. She is simply unlikable. The internet erupted into a frenzy of cyberbullying directed at my daughter. It is absurd how these individuals, perched upon their moral high ground, levy accusations and scorn towards a child, suggesting she may become a bully. I glanced back at the recording from yesterday. In reality, my daughter had done nothing outrageous, merely playfully kicked my son. The two children, in fact, had laughed and dashed away, unbothered by the incident. I am uncertain who orchestrated this narrative, but somehow my daughter was being painted as a bully. I turned off the internet in boredom, watching the little girl before me run about energetically, lost in contemplation. I had met Luyen during my university days. He claimed to have fallen for me at first sight, proposing marriage and offering me a monthly stipend of 10,000. I thought it foolish to turn down such financial security, so I acquiesced to his seemingly unreasonable request. It was only after our marriage that I learned Luyen's affections were not genuine. I merely resembled his late beloved. However, it mattered little, after all. He was providing me with 10,000 a month. Even if he saw me as a mere likeness of his departed pet, I would humor him for the sake of my financial needs. Eventually, I heard whispers that Luyen's first love had returned to the country, and without much thought, I took Luyen's money and fled abroad. Upon arriving overseas, I discovered I was already over a month pregnant. By the time Luyen tracked me down, I had given birth to 2 children. His stance was clear. There was no need to create further drama now that the children were born. He wanted me to return with him. Reluctantly, I considered his temptingly generous offer of $1 million a month. It was an offer too enticing to dismiss. Thus, I returned to the country with Luyen, proposing a condition, a concealed marriage. Upon my return, I aspired to enter the entertainment industry, which naturally required discretion regarding our marriage. Luyen was indifferent to my terms. However, as I began my career in entertainment alongside Xia Sinuo, I defended a fellow actress against her bullying, which led to Xia Sinuo holding a grudge against me. Having entered the industry after Xia Sinuo, she had her own connections. And as a result, I found myself starting my career amidst controversy, marked by both notoriety and acclaim. Given my controversial debut, the paparazzi were inevitably more focused on me than on others. While out with my daughter, I was photographed, and, because she bore a striking resemblance to me, I reluctantly discarded my single status and admitted that Lu Wanwan was indeed my daughter. To protect Lu Yongong, I refrained from acknowledging my son. Meanwhile, Lady Lu made extensive efforts to keep Luyen's paternity of my daughter under wraps. Speculation ran rampant online that I had become pregnant out of wedlock, with whispers suggesting that the father could be some wealthy benefactor. During that time, my name was embroiled in numerous scandals, all thanks to Xia Sinuo. And Xia Sinuo is indeed rumored to be Luyen's first love. Given her significance in his life, I hesitated to voice any complaints to Luyen, fearful that it would jeopardize my standing in the entertainment world. Consequently, I have endured silently in the industry for many years. Initially, Sister Chen arranged for me to participate in this variety show, hoping to leverage my daughter's adorable charm to gain some favorable attention. However, instead of enhancing my image, I found myself in an even darker light because of her. While my own complexion is of little concern, any detrimental implications directed at my daughter are utterly intolerable. I simply cannot believe that Luyen, a former lover, would go so far as to undermine my daughter for the sake of a fleeting romance. Drawing a deep breath, I steeled myself to speak out, only to be interrupted by one of Xia Xinong's sycophants, who brazenly chimed in. Sister Jiang, Yang Yang is President Lu's child, highly esteemed. Unlike some children who lack paternal affection and upbringing. This remark incited a flurry of comments in the live stream. How audacious. Lu Yongong is indeed the golden child of the Lu family, unlike Lu Wanwan, the illegitimate child without a father. To the commenter above, regardless of Lu Wanwan's faults, she is still a child. We must refrain from such venomous remarks. Some viewers, unable to remain silent, defended Lu Wanwan. Nevertheless, these comments were quickly overshadowed. Let us not forget, she could very well be the child of some wealthy benefactor of Jiang Yan, still a child from an affluent family. Laughable. In our local bathhouse, we have a place called Rich Family. Even if they are from a wealthy family, she remains a concubine's daughter, not a legitimate heir. How ridiculous. Did you see Lu Wanwan's expression? She looks like she wants to leap out and strike someone. Oh dear, I'm so scared. Come and hit me if you dare. It wasn't just Lu Wanwan who sparked my ire. Even I felt the urge to lash out. The barrage of comments was visible to Lu Wanwan, and I genuinely feared that such malicious remarks would leave her with lasting psychological scars. Taking a deep breath, I positioned myself protectively behind Lu Wanwan. Is it truly entertaining to target a mere child? It was just a playful shove. Must we escalate it to such extremes? Consequently, the barrage erupted anew. It's not that serious. Just let your daughter take a kick and be done with it. I shielded Wanwan's eyes, choosing silence as I continued with the tasks assigned by the production team. The children's tasks were simple, merely transferring various ingredients into designated baskets in the kitchen, essentially teaching them to recognize vegetables. I had always nurtured Lu Yongong to be a gentle soul. When it came to vegetables, he excelled, swiftly completing his tasks before rushing over to assist Lu Wanwan. Oh, don't mention it, it's too heavy. Here, follow my lead. You shouldn't do this. Those little hands of yours are meant for playing the piano, not for such chores. Look, this is spinach, your favorite. Later at noon, let's see if the kitchen uncle will cook it. If not, I'll prepare a little something special for you. Lu Yongong diligently helped Lu Wanwan with the vegetables, chatting away with a cheerful smile. Since Lu Wanwan had kicked him the previous day, the viewers had begun to unleash a torrent of criticism against her, causing her to largely ignore Lu Yongong. As a doting brother, Yongong found her indifference far more distressing than being deprived of food. The viewers, witnessing this, erupted in the live stream. Goodness, Lu Yongong is incredibly warm-hearted. He has practically a little son. Look at Lu Wanwan, so spoiled, it's truly infuriating. Both are children. Yet Yongong knows everything while Wanwan seems utterly clueless. Quite the disparity. Yongong has been educated by our Cici since childhood, while Wanwan has been under Jiang Yan's tutelage. They're simply not on the same level. This group of viewers truly amuses me. Yongong has been raised with my guidance, yet they attribute his accomplishments to Xia Sinong. During the lunch break, I took Wanwan back to our room when Yongong knocked on the door. Mom, I want to come in. Hearing his voice, I quickly opened the door and pulled him inside. What brings you here? Is your sister still ignoring you? Yongong lowered his head, a look of innocence on his face. Your sister isn't ignoring you, she's just too shy to talk. Once we return home, everything will be fine. I ruffled Yongong's hair, offering him comfort. Wanwan huffed, showing signs of melancholy. The harsh words from the viewers had dampened her spirits, making her unwilling to engage. I want to clarify things. Yongong, seeing his sister's distress, immediately grew anxious. Mom, should we tell Dad? Do you really think your father needs to intervene for such a minor issue? I raised an eyebrow. As long as Xia Sinong doesn't overstep her bounds, I can tolerate her slander. However, she has crossed a line by provoking Lu Wanwan. She is merely a child. What if this leaves her with psychological scars? Holding both Lu Wanwan and Lu Yongong by the hand, I exited the room. Xia Sinong had been outside, ingratiating herself with the director, completely oblivious to Yongzhang's departure. Upon seeing me emerge with both children, she quickly composed herself, adjusting her hair before rushing over to the camera with a feigned look of concern. Yongong, how did you end up in Aunt Zhang's room? Are you hurt anywhere? Let Auntie take a look. Her seemingly worried demeanor incited a wave of comments online. Our Cici is truly beautiful and kind-hearted. I can tell Yongong must genuinely be Cici's child, otherwise, why would she be so concerned? I regarded Xia Sinong with a cold smile. Yongong pulled his hand away from hers. Xia Sinong, if you care so much about Yongong, why didn't you notice when he ran out of the room? I was in the restroom and didn't see him, Xia Sinong quickly replied, crafting an excuse. The viewers in the live stream began to mock me. What does Jiang Yan mean? Is she trying to stir the pot? Does she think everyone is as malicious as she is? She is certainly projecting her petty mindset onto others. Is Cici not allowed to use the restroom? Besides, the director's crew is monitoring everything. How could Yongong possibly get lost? Looks like Jiang Yan struck gold this time. This Jiang Yan can boast about it for a lifetime. Is it possible that Jiang Yan has ulterior motives for befriending the young prince? She seeks to ascend by leveraging Lu Yongong. She would need to see if Yongong is willing to recognize her as his stepmother. These discussions among the viewers inspired Xia Sinong. She took Yang by the hand, saying, "Yang, come back with auntie." As she spoke, she insinuated, "Your grandmother asked me to bring you onto the show to take care of you. Don't allow yourself to be used by others under the guise of upbringing." Xia Xinong was truly adept at manipulating public sentiment. Lu Wanwan was utterly exasperated with this meddling aunt. In that moment, seeing Xia Xinong holding Yang hand, Wanwan's pent-up emotions finally erupted. Before I could grasp her, she rushed towards Xia Xinong and forcefully shoved her. "You wicked woman, let go of my brother." Wanwan pushed again. But being just a child, her efforts were futile against Xia Xinong, who remained unfazed, merely suppressing a smile. "What a little girl you are. Imitating other green tea types by calling him brother? Are you aspiring to be a little green tea yourself at such a young age?" Xia Xinong delivered this remark in a mocking tone. The viewer shockingly failed to recognize the malice behind her words directed at a young girl, with some even chiming in. "Cece is right, the big green tea has spawned a little green tea. This little girl, who just yesterday hit someone, is now calling another brother. Quite scheming, isn't she? Just like her mother. Her mother has a penchant for married men, and at such a tender age. She has set her sights on the illustrious lineage of Lu Yangong, aspiring to marry into wealth. Her mother, too, harbors ambitions of entering high society. Poor young Master Lu is caught in their clutches. The elder wishes to wed him, while the younger aims for his son. Are these people out of their minds? Lu Yangong is the biological brother of Lu Wanwan. How can your thoughts be so vile? My notoriety was already established. This incident hardly matters. These netizens are equally outrageous, relentlessly berating Lu Wanwan, making one believe she has committed unspeakable wrongs. The malice you harbor towards a mere child is a disheartening reflection of your true nature in society. I directed my words at Xia Xinuo, subtly implicating the online commentators. Xia Xinuo was taken aback by my sudden confrontation with the camera, momentarily lost in thought. "No, Jiang Yuan, I don't understand why you harbor such animosity toward me. I only worry for Yang." She feigned a look of profound grievance. "Quite the actress. My daughter is the true victim. Her plight is far less severe than she portrays. You call my sister a green tea bitch, you wicked woman." At that moment, Lu Yangong forcefully shook off Xia Xinuo's hand and dashed to Lu Wanwan's side, grasping her hand. Xia Xinuo's composure faltered at Yang Yong's actions, her smile strained as she forced out a semblance of cheer. She beckoned to Yang. "Yang, come here. Don't mistakenly call her sister." Yang retorted, "I want to go over. You're a wicked woman, bullying my sister. Bullying my mother." Lu Yang stood resolutely by my side. The comments exploded. What did I just hear? ISNT-RCC, the officially designated partner of the Lu family? Lu Yang doesn't acknowledge RCC. He even calls Jiang Yuan mama. It seems Yang dislikes this stepmother and is seeking a new one. Xia Xinuo's facade crumbled. Had it not been for the live broadcast, she would have likely scowled openly. "Yang, how can you mistakenly call someone else mama? Your grandmother has already said that after this episode, she will arrange your engagement to your father. You only have me as your mother." After saying this, Xia Xinuo looked at Lu Yang with anticipation. "Good child, call me mama and let me hear it." What a deluded individual. I had heard that Lu Yan's reluctance to be with Xia Xinuo stemmed from the opposition of the matriarch, who deemed her unworthy. Though Xia Xinuo was given the opportunity to bring Lu Yang onto the show at the behest of the matriarch, it was really an attempt to curtail her frequent visits that were affecting my mood. Thus, when I mentioned taking Lu Wanwan onto the show, the matriarch devised a plan to let Xia Xinuo bring Lu Yang, hoping to let her fall on her face. Yet Xia Xinuo misinterpreted this and believed the matriarch truly favored her as a daughter-in-law. "I have a mother, I won't call you." Lu Yang was not deceived by her. Observing Yang Zhang's strong reaction against Xia Xinuo, the viewers began to question the engagement she had mentioned. Lu Yang clearly resists Xia Xinuo. As the only child of the Lu family, if he rejects her, doesn't that imply she has no chance? Impossible. Madame Lu likes Cece, and so does Lu Zong. Only Lu Yang dislikes her. But he's just a child. Does his word hold any weight? I think Lu Yang isn't that impressive. He seems quite infatuated with Jiang Yuan. Could it be that Lu Yang is drawn to Lu Wanwan's beauty and wishes to become her little admirer? What kind of cult are Xia Xinuo's fans part of? How can they attack anyone? They mercilessly berate a mere child. Xia Sinuo's expression soured as she absorbed Lu Yongyang's attitude, and after a lengthy pause, she managed to muster a faint smile. Yongyang, regardless, I am still your acting mother. So what? You are not my mother. Lu Yongyang hid behind me, glaring at Xia Sinuo with hostility. Could it be that Lu Yongyang has been brainwashed by Jiang Yuan? Indeed, why does it seem he relies heavily on her? Jiang Yuan is so persuasive, it hasn't been long since he went to her room. And he has already turned against us. Lu Yongyang is so ungrateful, Cici has taken care of him for so long, yet he speaks to her like that. It's truly disheartening. My heart aches for our Cici. Xia Sinuo's fans behaved like a fanatic cult, fervently spamming the comments. Finally, some onlookers could no longer remain silent. Wait, aren't all the comments from Xia Sinuo's fans? I've been lurking in the comments for 2 days. Xia Sinuo's fans are terrifying. Yes. They relentlessly attack a child. They claim to worry that Lu Wanon might become a school bully, yet under the guise of morality, they engage in cyberbullying a child. What kind of group are Xia Sinuo's fans? Yongyang is unwilling to acknowledge Xia Sinuo, and her fans proceed to attack him. I'm truly amazed. Moreover, I don't see Jiang Yuan as a spiteful person. She seems quite friendly with the other children in the show. Oh my, finally, someone has spoken up for me. I am nearly moved to tears. At last, someone is not blind and is still clear-headed. I am immensely gratified. Xia Sinuo, on the other hand, was furious. Then, she took an astonishing step that shocked my entire family. Xia Sinuo actually pulled out her phone and called my mother-in-law, the matriarch of the Lu family. She sought help from outside. Bold move. I silently gave Xia Sinuo a thumbs up in my heart. To dare provoke this old woman, she truly has guts. Coincidentally, the matriarch was nearby shopping and was summoned by Xia Sinuo's call. Her displeasure was evident, yet before the camera, she graciously acknowledged Xia Sinuo. Madam Lu, you've arrived. Upon seeing the matriarch, Xia Sinuo instantly donned a different demeanor, approaching her with feigned warmth and engaging in idle chatter with my mother-in-law. You have no idea. This wild child constantly bullies Yongyang and makes him do hard labor. Xia Sinuo, standing close to the matriarch, wore a pouting expression, casting venomous glances at Lu Wanwan. No wonder they say Xia Sinuo is ruthless. She openly insulted the matriarch's granddaughter in front of her. The matriarch's expression soured immediately. I have been watching the show these past few days, and I have taken note of the comments regarding my child. The matriarch's gaze towards Xia Sinuo was laden with unspoken meaning. The production team felt the tension and began to sweat nervously. Yet, Xia Sinuo, oblivious, continued to fabricate narratives to slander Lu Wanwan. With Yongyang here, how could you not care, Auntie? You must have seen how that wild girl Lu Wanwan bullies Yongyang and treats him like a slave. It's simply uncouth. With every word Xia Sinuo uttered, the matriarch's expression darkened. Once Xia Sinuo finished her tirade, I surged forward and slapped her across the face. Time seemed to freeze. The live stream fell into a 10-second silence. Then an uproar erupted. Oh my! Sister Jiang is so fierce. Sister Jiang is so decisive. I'm finally satisfied. Finally. I've seen some normal people these past few days. During those days, fans of Xia Sinuo were fervently attacking my daughter, yet Sister Jiang refrained from retaliating, which left me exasperated. I had assumed that Sister Jiang had withdrawn from the fray, and this slap had finally provided some relief. What are you fans of Jiang Yuan doing up there? Can you see that old lady Lu's expression has darkened? I chuckled to myself, as the fans of Jiang Yuan seemed just as brainless as she was. To strike someone's future daughter-in-law in front of the elderly matriarch truly signified a monumental blunder on Jiang Yuan's part. She had struck the grandson of another, and then proceeded to assault his future bride. Jiang Yuan was undeniably doomed. Regardless of the frenzy unfolding in the comments, after delivering a slap to Xia Sinuo, I stood with one hand on my hip and the other pointing accusingly at her nose, coldly berating her without a shred of dignity. Xia Sinuo, if you dare to manipulate public opinion to harm my daughter again, it won't just end with this slap. Xia Sinuo likely had never witnessed someone in a frenzy. After a prolonged silence, once she processed that I had struck her, she immediately erupted like a squawking hen, jumping up and pointing at me, furiously spewing her words. Jiang Yuan, are you insane? Your daughter assaulted someone, and the netizens are merely expressing their outrage. How am I instigating anything? I let out a cold laugh, gazing at the furious Xia Sinuo as I slowly retrieved my phone. You truly are oblivious to the consequences, aren't you? Is this your secondary Weibo account? Look at the venomous remarks you've made. I genuinely cannot fathom how you harbor such malice towards a young girl. Your vitriol toward adults must be even more scathing. And those hired trolls of yours? They are all out there maligning my daughter. These are transaction records obtained by my husband through legitimate means, along with testimonies from your hired hands. You have a husband? Xia Sinuo interrupted me, her face a mask of surprise as if my marital status were an extraordinary revelation. Yes, I have a daughter. Why shouldn't I have a husband? Consequently, the comments section exploded. Sister Jiang has a point. I've turned from a critic to a fan of Sister Jiang, not for any other reason than her impeccable logic. Seizing the momentum, I presented the evidence to the camera and turned to the matriarch. Mom, does this angle work? Mom? Mom? Sister Jiang. My sister. What did she just call Old Lady Lu? Am I hearing things? She just referred to Old Lady Lu as Mom. Isn't the little prince an only child? Does the matriarch have a daughter? Hey, do you think Lu Anan and Lu Yongong bear a resemblance? Their names are quite similar too. Could it be that they have couple names? No, wait, sibling names. When Sister Jiang mentioned her husband, could she be referring to the little prince? I watched as the comments veered off course and quickly pulled them back. Mom, Xia Sinuo is instigating trouble and bullying Wanwan, who has been feeling somewhat depressed lately. I brought Lu Wanwan before the matriarch. The once cheerful girl now hung her head, scarcely speaking, and tears began to stream down her face. Xia Sinuo, how could you be so cruel? She's just a child. The matriarch's acting surpassed mine tenfold. I would later inquire if she had any interest in venturing into the entertainment industry. Lu Wanwan's acting skills were impressive. Portraying a withdrawn child must have been quite taxing. She collapsed into the matriarch's embrace, sobbing. Grandma, that wicked woman bullied me and won't let my brother play with me. She even said you would make Daddy marry her. Grandma, do you not want Wanwan anymore? Grandma, this is solid proof. Sister Jiang is a wealthy lady. Sister Jiang, I have never insulted you. Sister Jiang, please don't ban my account. No wonder Sister Jiang has such confidence. The comments grew increasingly frenzied. Then a verified account, fixated on Lu Yan's profile, sent a comment. Xia Sinuo, I implore you, stop spewing nonsense. If you don't want your mouth, donate it. Don't bring misfortune upon me. Yuan is hard to appease. And just like that, the world erupted. Sister Jiang has been silent, clearly waiting to unleash her trump card. I told you, how could someone like Sister Jiang, a domineering figure, simply endure? Then, Lu Yan chimed in, Yuan, you must trust me. I'm rushing over to support you. Please don't let this wicked woman sway you. Xia Sinuo, you truly are a bad woman. Immediately, others echoed Lu Yan's sentiments. I never expected the little prince to have such a charming contrast. Xia Sinuo finally grasped the situation amidst the flood of messages. You're Lu Yan's girlfriend? No, wait. I observed Xia Sinuo's expression shift, revealing a hint of relaxation, and added with a smile, she is his wife. Xia Sinuo's demeanor morphed dramatically, akin to a chameleon amidst a palette of colors, changing with each passing moment. I relished witnessing her shock and apprehension. Xia Sinuo, leveraging your modest standing in the industry to bully the vulnerable is one thing, but to not spare even a child is another. If you had only crossed me, I wouldn't have bothered to retaliate. Yet, you chose to target my daughter as well. She is merely 5 years old. And you subjected her to online harassment with the help of hired trolls. Given this, I see no reason to coddle you any longer. From this moment forward, your reputation shall be irreparably tarnished. I coldly regarded Xia Sinuo, now trembling, and mockingly declared, from today onwards, all your collaborations with the Lu family are terminated. On what grounds do you make such decisions? Do you think being Lu Yan's wife grants you the right to act as you please? Who gave you that audacity? Xia Sinuo, unwilling to concede, attempted to leverage her past connection with Lu Yan to threaten me. My relationship with Lu Yan is no secret. Even if you have a good rapport with Mrs. Lu, Lu Yan will still choose me. This Xia Sinuo truly lacked intelligence, having disregarded every word Lu Yan had spoken moments earlier. At that moment, my mother-in-law interjected. In our Lu family, it is inevitable that Xiao Yuan will take charge. What difficulty is there in terminating a collaboration? As she spoke, she shot a piercing glance at Xia Sinuo. If there is a breach of contract, it is Miss Xia who has breached it first. Xia Sinuo, caught off guard, immediately retorted loudly, "How did I breach it?" Her frantic demeanor resembled that of a defeated peacock, left with only its beautiful feathers. "You have tarnished your own image, adversely affecting our product sales. Does that not constitute a breach of contract?" My mother-in-law regarded Xia Sinuo with incredulity, baffled by such foolishness. "Our contract explicitly states that if an artist's image collapses due to personal reasons affecting sales, the first party reserves the right to terminate the agreement with the second party." "Xia Sinuo, this shall be the last variety show you participate in." My mother-in-law's final decree solidified Xia Sinuo's standing in the entertainment world. No one dared to provoke the Liu family. Those who refused to collaborate with the Liu family faced dire consequences. Henceforth, no business would dare partner with Xia Sinuo. Yet, Xia Sinuo remained oblivious, running to Liu Yangong, pleading for assistance. She believed that due to her past kindness towards Liu Yangong, he would surely help her. "Yangong, has Auntie treated you well? Can you, for the sake of our past, plead with your mother for me? I genuinely want to care for you. Truly." "You are so hypocritical, Auntie." Liu Yangong, visibly uncomfortable, retreated behind me. "Although you have been nice to me, it's only because you know I am my father's son. Unbeknownst to you, my sister is my father's daughter, and yet you deliberately spread rumors about her, subjecting her to a torrent of online bullying. I find my mother's punishment of you insufficient. How dare you even ask me to plead for your mercy? Such a notion is utterly preposterous." Liu Yangong spoke with a certain youthful naivety, occasionally faltering in her choice of words, yet her arguments were coherent and incisively to the point. I cast an approving glance at Liu Yangong. She truly is a reflection of my guidance. Liu Wanwan, such a vivacious girl, has been left in this unfortunate state by your actions. This meager punishment is hardly adequate. Indeed, Liu Yangong is quite the warm-hearted individual, consistently attentive to my sister. To be fair, it must be said, Sister Jiang has raised commendable children. Xia Sinuo must have never anticipated her current predicament. Previously, they criticized my parenting skills. But now that the truth has emerged, Xia Sinuo has been soundly rebuked, and they have since claimed that my parenting is commendable. The cycle of their opinions has been thoroughly articulated. The realm of the internet does not possess amnesia. After a few flattering remarks, netizens swiftly dismantled the facade. "Hey, weren't you the ones who said Sister Jiang couldn't raise children just yesterday? I recall you stating that Sister Jiang was bitter and sharp-tongued." These onlookers, reveling in the chaos, had previously supported her during the escalation of events, albeit with voices so faint they were quickly overshadowed. I cradled Liu Wanwan in my arms, addressing the camera with a calm demeanor. "I have noted the IDs of those who have disparaged my daughter online, and shortly, I shall be dispatching legal notices to each of you. We shall meet in court. I will not let any individual who has harmed my daughter escape unscathed." That evening, the news of Xia Sinuo's expulsion from the entertainment industry and my lawsuit against the online abusers dominated the headlines. Xia Sinuo, in a frenzy, attempted to orchestrate a counter-narrative. "Jiang Yuan is far too ruthless. How can she sue us for exercising freedom of speech? Jiang Yan is merely leveraging her wealthy husband. Does having money and power grant one the right to oppress the common folk?" Unfortunately for her, the public was not swayed this time. Initially, "She didn't say anything wrong. It was you who relentlessly pursued her and incited the online backlash. Keyboard warriors deserve their fate. You harmed her daughter and yet begrudge her the right to retaliate. Wasn't he Sister Xia once propelled to fame by instigating conflict, tarnishing Jiang Yan's reputation? A habitual offender. I must admit, having been in the entertainment industry for so long, it's my first time witnessing the principal party personally confront their accusers. It remains unclear which righteous individual reported Xia Sinuo, but all her statements were swiftly silenced. Strangely enough, whenever Xia Sinuo created a new ID, she was muted again, as if someone were intentionally targeting her. Ultimately, it was Xia Sinuo's own fans who uncovered the truth. Indeed, it was my husband. Affluent and with ample time on his hands, he presented his handiwork to me, beaming with pride. "Darling, did I do well?" he asked, his face a mask of flattery. Liu Yan had long since clarified matters to me. There was no lingering affection for a previous love, and I bore no resemblance to Xia Sinuo. His feelings for me were genuine, a case of love at first sight, truly no deception involved. I couldn't help but chuckle at Liu Yan, who was swearing an oath with 3 fingers raised. The journey of life ahead seems promising, as I wish to share it with the one I adore. The end of this tale has arrived. Thank you for your attention, and until we meet again in the next story.